तो वो जो खाँसी खा रहे थे वो इंटरप्रेट किया गया था कि पेंटिंग में मतलब उनका पेन था कि वो गोस्वामी जी ने बताया पेंटिंग में लिखा था जो, वो कैसे इंटरप्रेट किया? मतलब वो इतना खाँसी खा रहे थे, वो पेन कैसे दिखाया? क्या हुआ?
So ये जो बात है ना, ये उनके गोस्वामी जी के कहानी में होगी कि ही मस्ट हैव, उसमें कहानी में क्या हो रहा है कि बलवंत सिंह, all these people want money from Balwant Singh, and a bad turn happens in his life. Now it's not very clear what exactly, क्या exactly होता है, but some ghatna happens which is not a good ghatna, and from there Balwant Singh's downfall begins. And then they traveling, घर नहीं है, इधर रुके उधर रुके. This is now whether this is really true or not, nobody knows. This is happening in B.N. Goswami's head. And then he's sick, so he's shown him in different postures, which is the way Nansuk painted him. And so Goswami ji's interpretation is coming from studying the paintings, and this is not just studying the paintings in one looking, two lookings. This is studying them over 30, 40 years of understanding history, the region, all that. So that is the story he must have come up with. Khasi kha rahe the, he's sick, he's going to die, on that kind of. And so that just found its way into the story. Isme real hai, nahi hai, that's another issue altogether.
Actually, you already talked about locations earlier and how there was this attempt at a certain kind of authenticity, which Eberhard insisted on, that it should be the same. So, in fact, I was wondering while watching the film that I was wondering whether the locations are quite freely used or whether they, so there is this sort of academic authenticity at one level.
Kind of.
Yeah, and at another, I mean, for me, a way, I don't know what to feel about it. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't completely. The fact is that you're shooting in ruins, which do not look like they would have looked in his time. Sometimes there's a dressing up of that. Sometimes there's an incredible dissonance with the narrative, the period narrative, and the fact that we are very aware that okay, there's moss growing here and these bricks have gone, and okay, there must have been a little bit of painting, which is rather nice. So you sort of get into that, looking at it as an architectural remain.
So sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes
because when you were saying that there's a certain lack of rigor, I wondered if you meant something like this, where at times, because there are times when there's recreation as well, of where all this sense of we're looking at the past from in the present, where what we're left with are these sort of ruins, is elided, and you're in that moment, like when the dance is happening, and when you're seeing things through chicks, and there are people where the ruin is not there, and it's there when you're just in nature. So when the ruins come in, and the sense of history and destruction and time comes in, that there's this dissonance. I was wondering how that was meant to be used, and was that something that you try to work around both conceptually and in terms of taking, or use it in what ways?
I don't know. I think what each one of us will perceive as dissonances in this will be very individual, because each one of us comes from a different space of. I think in Amit's head and Eberhard's head, at least, as far as I know, and Dhananjay might be able to speak better on this, is that because you don't have authentic locations, there's no point in fighting it. You're not going to have the money to create them from scratch, like a period film, for example. So you work with what's there, and you do it with so much elan, and you just do it so easily that it stops being an issue. Whether it works or doesn't work becomes the question. For me, it did work. I never noticed the rune as a rune. But I also watched the film after having read the article and knowing the context much more. So it's a very tricky thing. When I said lack of rigor, for me, what I meant more was it had to do with the weightage of things as you move across the narrative. How much weightage when you feel a film, how much comes from light or editing or play or the different aspects of things. That sometimes it's has this kind of a thing rather than and I think that's part of a process of a filmmaker's. When you look at filmmakers like Amit, and you tend to look at their work as a big sweep of over time and a very consistent engagement. It's not like one day he's doing it and then he's not. वो लगा पड़ा है for years and years, and he will continue for years and years. Then you can kind of see how that engagement changes and how it takes. I find it very interesting how it takes people, any filmmaker who's engaging at that level, deeper and deeper into their craft, and also into what that craft means in the context of our society. Because sooner or later they have to stop fooling around and they have to face some very fundamental issues. So that's where it becomes very interesting to see. At some point he'll have to start breaking, and he might have done since then. He'll have to start breaking beyond just the playing with the medium and start getting into deeper things. The interesting thing is different filmmakers do it in different ways. If you're making political documentaries, you'll do it in a certain way. If you're doing this kind of stuff, it comes from small ways of how you look at images, how you feel sound, how you use sound, how much manipulation of the audience that you're doing. So these kind of things become kind of, sometimes it gets a bit esoteric, but
Sure. In fact, the other thing I wanted to ask was maybe I missed it, but most narrative moments that are sort of enacted are then we see them either right away and then gradually later, and that's very interesting. I love it when at the end you see a lot of the things like the guy sleeping while doing the banka, and so it all comes together, and that sort of pattern breaks, which otherwise was becoming predictable. But when there's this whole bunch of people that come protesting against taxes or something, was that something I missed? Was there a painting of that, or was that left as an imaginary enaction? Don't think there was a.
there was a painting. I don't know if it's in the film.
Maybe it's not in the film.
It's not in the film.
But there is a
Yeah,
painting. So
there
it's
is a
not
painting.
like
No.
at that point the narrative has gone beyond what we have
No.
in paintings and is trying to.
No, it stays very much within Professor Goswami's essay.
Yeah.
I think. But this is what I think Amit chose to have a kind of a free-form engagement with all of that, and sometimes use the painting, sometimes not, sometimes do this, sometimes do that, play around, and hopefully at the end of it have a kind of a cinematic rendition of that whole business.